then we have Ibn Abba Dixon.
Yeah.
Good morning, ladies. It's a pleasure to see you this morning. I'm so happy I'm
Good
here doing
morning.
this with you.
Yeah, and it's nice actually seeing you too as well. You know the energy,
Yes.
the vibe. And today on Monday.
Actually, I'm one day. Oh, we need the
On
energy.
Monday, you get ginger.
Yeah,
Susan,
thank
how
you.
are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Susan. Even about I waiting to happen. I make you see your face.
Good morning, Tommy. Good to
Eh,
see you. Madam Bukola, we have missed you. Do you
Ah,
want me to scream? We have missed
Bookie has
you.
been doing movers and shakers, policy for Nigeria. So, yes.
Please, just engage
don't
me. Let me
worry.
be your PA. Let
Don't
me be your
worry.
PA. What am I doing?
Don't
Eh?
worry, Susan. We go down. Don't worry. we go
Good
down.
morning, Alex family. Good morning, Ibinabo.
Ibn we cannot see you this morning.
Yeah.
She never wrote pancake. Don't worry. Don't worry. She
Ah,
never wrote
okay. We
pancake.
await your grand entry.
Bookie, don't come for me, please. You don't know.
Eh?
If you see my video, you can't hear my voice. I have to choose. So
Eh?
you see,
No
you see
wahala. We know you. We know you.
Okay.
We know you. Mm.
some technical
Hi.
issues.
It's good to see you all this morning. But I just want to go into it because the headlines for today, Itai Rapa, Itai Gele, I don't even understand. The first thing that came to my mind, I mean, this is something that we know, is that we are such a violent country. We love violence. It's our middle name. And seeing the headlines this morning, I mean, I'm going to skip. So the first one that's here is about the woman who came out to say that she showed. There's a video of a lady who slapped a man who proposed to her. And the thing is, we've this is not the first time we're seeing something like this. A man proposing to a woman, and the next thing he's getting slapped by the woman. And then this woman came out to say, well, if it should, in case this should happen to you, well, it's okay to slap your own back, right? Because if a woman slaps you, why would you not slap the woman back? She's getting what she deserves, right? But onto the one that I actually want us to delve into, which is I'm sure that you've seen it, the case of the teacher who was slapped by parents because he slapped their son. And then these two situations are not so far from each other because we have a culture of violence and everybody's slapping everybody one up and down, right? I would like you all to weigh in on this because so there's been conflicting stories with regards to this teacher. It is said that the lawyers of the parents, of the aggrieved parents, came out to say that, oh, their child had been bullied by the teacher, and then the teacher now slapped it. And then the teacher slapping the child not once, not twice, was sort of like the straw that broke the camel's back for them. Then they proceeded to slapping the teacher. So these are two different issues, but the subject or the subject matter is still the same. Slapping people. Who wants to go first? Because I don't even know what to say because first off, I'm against, or I should say this, I'm against violence. Women Radio is against violence of any kind, and I'm sure that the ladies here as well are against violence of any kind. That's not something that we stand for. That's not something that we support, and we do not encourage retaliation when there's violence involved. Mainly because before you go and slap somebody now and the person now dies, like it would not be a case of, oh, you slapped because the person slapped you, and then look, there's a greater calamity at hand. So I think Buki, you can go first to
All right.
weigh
Okay.
in.
Okay. I'll go in. I'll weigh in. Number one, like you said, we don't support violence. We don't support slapping. And for me, it's even more of what if something happens after slapping? Slapping is, you want to you want to hit at somebody, you are angry, and you want to show that you're angry, and reaction. What we got from our parents, the first thing is this your hand. Bah. But we all know all kinds of things that are happening right now. You can slap somebody and the person moves towards the wall, hit his head or her head to the wall, and the next thing is bah on the floor. And then at the end of the day, it's now, had I known, I have not to have done that. So at the end of the day, for us, even for me, where I'm coming from is it's not even a thing you should even think about. Even when you are angry, you need to control yourself because a whole lot of happening. However, I want to nip it in a particular board. The lawyer of the parent wrote, I it's not an issue of the lawyer trying to you know the way lawyers do. I mean, if you don't have a strong lawyer, by the time the lawyer comes up with their cases, you will think, you don't have a case. But in there, I saw a loophole. The lawyer said this boy has always been bullied, traumatized, and all that. The question I want to ask is that was there a report? Was there a report? Was there a report to the school at any point in time? If there was no report, then that case has no standing leg. Because you said it had always been, and then you now said even students keep saying it. Are you your boy or you are you the only parent that has said something about that teacher? Right? Then let me go to the school. The school would have to make a point now. Yes, I know they have suspended, they have expelled the students,
Yeah.
and then of course suspended the parents and all that. But you see, the thing is that, which is very good, but the question is, Stafford will have to make a strong case. Yes, if they investigate, it's always good to come clean. If they investigate and they found out that yes, the teacher was wrong, yes, I don't see the reason why they will not say, oh, our teacher was wrong. But however, there are other instances, right? And then even for the parents that also got mad, I know, as parents, when you feel they have treated your daughter or whatever it is, that anger and everything. But look at the way the man even slapped the teacher. The teacher was quiet as far as I'm concerned, right? Maybe a remorseful attitude, I don't know, but he was calm. But he was calm. And you could see that the parent was hitting. So if something had happened to the parent, to that teacher, what will have happened?
Exactly.
What happened? If the teacher slumped or something, because of the way you have you don't know what kind of disease the guy is going all about. So why are we saying that two wrongs do not make a right? Two wrongs do not make a right. Even as parents, what values are we putting into our children? And I'll use that to wrap up. Because inside that statement, he said this is a 12-year-old boy pushing a teacher because the teacher said he pushed him twice. So was he capitalizing on the fact that in this school, you cannot do anything? So let me also do what I want to do. Children can be pranky. You understand? And if you have not taught your children very well, which shows, I mean, for me, it shows that parent, they have not taught their children, their boy very well. How can you be pushing a teacher? Let's look at it. How many of us have that energy, have that boldness to push a teacher, except you are just a rude person, uncultured person, indisciplined person? So there's so many points, and I hope parents that are listening will look at it. How am I training my own children? My children will not do that. This is your role model. It's like you are pushing your parents. Whatever be the case, even if the teacher did something that is very wrong, I want to believe that they will have a policy where you can go and report or something. And I'm not speaking for them. I don't know them, but I mean, at least from the little bit I've heard about that school, they're a highly disciplined person. They must have put a lot of cautions, for the teacher and for their teachers. So let me stop here so that other people will wait in. But I think It's very clear. We don't support violence. We don't support all this slapping matter. We
Yeah.
understand. And then of the same thing is, hey, parents, you need to train your children. Who is that parent that will train a child to push a teacher in this day and age? Well, yes, we are talking that teachers should compose themselves and all that, but do not push a teacher to wrath. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
Okay. Over to you, Susan.
Uh, Buki has said so much, but I also want to reiterate that we do not support any form of violence. And um, as we count down to the 16 days of activism of any form of violence, though this is focused on women, but I want to say that first off, that student was wrong.
Hmm.
You would not push Susan. I would not slap you, but you would not push me. No, you will not. I have been reflecting since reading that story. We have 5 children, and none of my mother's child came back from one day to say maybe they did this to a teacher or they did that to a teacher. What society are we raising? A society that looks at their teachers and sees their teachers as their peers. If you push your teacher, what will you do to your peer? Who is your playmate? If he pushes a full-grown man that height, I mean, let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
I don't know what the teacher has done. And Buki has raised the salient point. In every school, we have administrators, we have principals, we have proprietors, whatever. Did the parents do the right thing by reporting to the school authority?
Yeah.
And what was the feedback? Again, the parents did wrong. The parents did wrong. Let me say they were in the staff room or they were before the principal reporting, and you go ahead to stand up to slap a teacher just because he confirmed. Did you expect him to lie?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be honest. Did you expect him to lie? What did the child do that triggered that?
Mm.
Could the teacher do better? Yes. I am
Oh,
not
yeah,
the teacher.
for sure.
The teacher could have handled it better. I would not slap the child, but the child will not push me. That is me.
Mm.
But now that that has even happened, you have come as parents to come and find out what is happening. And trust me, that is a private school.
Oh, yeah, for
It
sure.
will, it will not happen in a government school. Not
For
because the
sure.
government school will do. No, that is one thing people don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Government-owned schools have some level of hierarchy. You have VP
Yeah.
Academy, you have VP this, that.
Mm-hmm.
You will go and meet those people now.
Mm-hmm.
It is those people who will call in the teacher. Are you telling me that you will stand up and begin? You will face the government. It is not the teacher. Do you understand? And
Yeah.
this goes out to private schools. The fact that someone is teaching in your school does not mean that they are slaves. That is a
Mm-hmm.
full-grown man.
Mm-hmm.
If he did something that was wrong, if he had been found guilty for bullying the said child, then let the school handle
Investigate.
it.
Yes, and
Let them
handle it. Yeah.
investigate and handle it. That is why I said if they find the teacher guilty, it is all shades of wrong for a teacher to come into a school premises, for a parent to come into a school premises. I mean, it's a letdown on the principal and the leadership of that school. It tells us that you do not recognize them. They don't mean anything. If you regard and respect authority in a place, then you should go straight to the school authority to go and report what happened
Yeah.
and wait for them to investigate.
Yes.
So,
Absolutely.
yes, the child did wrong. The teacher reacted on impulse. That is how I see it. He could have handled it better. For me, I would not slap you, but I know I'll be angry. And the fact that it was not once, if it's once, you will say maybe it was a mistake. No.
Yeah.
This is
Susan,
not
as a teacher as well, I'm even glad that you're speaking about this as well. As a teacher, I think, because there was something that you said that triggered this questioning. I think that when this meeting was going to be had, what the school, and this is where these kinds of issues have, what the school literally did was leave him to stay in the face of lions. It was basically a lion's den situation. Did they think, or did they know that the parents were going to slap or attack the teacher? Maybe not. But I think that the moment the first slap hits the teacher, the school should have acted immediately. They let that man be beaten, literally, by parents who were angry. Like, there has to be like, we have to blame the school as well, because there's the aspect of no report was given. Yes, we don't know if the student was reporting the teacher. We don't know that. But where we're trying to come to a point of resolution, and a staff of your school is being slapped, I think that should be a place where.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That is why I'm also worried. Because, I mean, it means that even the parents do not regard you, even as the school authority.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
they didn't need to come to your office to slap him. They could have waited for him outside now. Why come into why come into the office to come and slap him? So there are many angles to this. And this
Yeah.
goes to parents. Because there's one trend in Nigeria. Once something happens, you keep seeing it. You know, that pattern, you keep seeing it repeatedly. It speaks volumes of who you are as a parent. That is not defense for your child. That is not. It is not, it doesn't show decorum as a parent. You know, if you have come to see the school authority to report one thing that your teacher has done, please allow them handle it. And when they don't handle it properly, that is when you raise concerns. But coming into the school with the sole aim of slapping a teacher because a 12-year-old was slapped. Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run, fear
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Fear
Yeah.
God.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you. And this is, you said private school, and immediately I said, yes, this can only happen in private schools. And that
Yes.
begs the question, what exactly happens in these private schools that enables this kind of culture, that enables this kind of thing? Because nobody's really looking internally.
You see the thing, my dear, for me, so that we can go on break. Let me tell you something. There's this unspoken rule around private school where they pamper parents, pamper students, and so students do a lot of rubbish and get away with it.
Yeah.
Just because they want to keep their clients, they want to keep their students, but you are doing more harm than good. Schools are places where students should be disciplined. They are not only learning, we are teaching them so many things, how to interact, how to be respectful citizens as they grow. And so you see a young boy who is just 12 and pushing their teacher.
Yeah.
And the mother and father leaves home, comes to the school, asks questions, and begins to slap the. It will only, I repeat, it will only happen in private schools because they are looking for a way to pamper. I am not saying don't pamper your clients. Please pamper your clients, but remember that your staffs deserve to work in dignified spaces.
Yeah.
You don't have to treat them less because
Yes.
they are working in your school. No,
Yes.
that's not right, please.
Okay, we will go on a break quickly, and then when we come back from the break, we shall continue this conversation. So please do not go anywhere. When we come back, the phone lines will be open. Talk to you soon. See you in a bit.
WFM 91.7.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Oh. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that! My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Now is a good time for Weather for Two. You are probably thinking about you and you know who. But what if Weather for Two meant something even better for you? What if it meant getting the perfect pair, data and airtime? the amazing collabo for you? Stay connected like never before with the Glow Collabo bundle. Get amazing data and talk time in one powerful package. For just 1,000 naira, enjoy 20 minutes of talk time and 1.25 gigabytes of data. With 2,000 naira, get 40 minutes of talk time and 3 gigabytes of data. Or go big with 5,000 naira for 100 minutes of talk time and a massive 12.5 gigabytes of data. To activate, simply dial *312# or use the Glow Cafe app. Terms and conditions apply.
Why is this line not moving? Sorry, ma. The network is a bit slow.
Don't lose customers to long queues. With the First Money Merchant POS, every checkout is fast, reliable, and instantly settled.
Finally, quick and easy.
Get your First Money Merchant POS now on www.firstbanknigeria.com/get your POS or at any First Bank branch close to you. First Bank, you first.
Are you a lawyer or a real estate agent? Everybody, this one is for you. Collect the stamp that matters for the backing that matters. So don't forget the stamp. If the document is legal, don't forget the stamp. Your stamp is the evidence. Don't forget the stamp.
Be reminded that the LIRS has adopted a new DIE design for its stamp. Note that all legal documents must be duly stamped within the prescribed period of 40 days from the date of the first execution of the documents. Failure to do so attracts a penalty. Please do not patronize illegal persons or touts. Visit the LIRS website on www.lirs.gov.ng to locate the stamp duty office nearest to you or call the Commissioner for Stamp Duties and Capital Gains Tax on 0708 883 5355. This message is brought to you by the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service.
When I wake up in the morning, I need something to help me start my day. Pick 4, 5, 6 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It helps me to be smart. Oh, my own milk.
Child from a poverty-ridden generation. You can't do anything properly. Lazy girl, no food for you again today. You better do it well before I beat the hell out of you again.
This is child maltreatment. Denying a child education, overworking them, or treating them like property is child abuse, and it is violation of Child Act right, which is punishable by law. If you see something, say something. You can speak up today by calling the Cheche Yara helpline 0800 800 801. No airtime, no problem. It is free. They will know that I am the one that reported. No worries. It is confidential. Call anytime. It's 24/7. You can also download the TalkAm app or visit www.talkam.app. Every child deserves care. You can help change a child's story today. This message is brought to you by Cheche Yara Child Advocacy Center, proudly sponsored by Freedom Fund and funded by gift of the United States government.
ariwo wo nìyẹn. bàbá ṣèyí mà ló ń dán ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó ti di bárakú. ìwà ipá nìyẹn kẹ kí là ń ṣe nípa ẹ̀ ẹ fẹjọ́ sùn. a ti sọ ṣùgbọ́n kò gbọ́ a ti jáwọ́ ń bẹ̀. a ò lè jáwọ́ o ẹ jẹ́ ká fi tó àwọn agbófinró tàbí baálẹ̀ létí. a ní láti dáàbò bo ìyá ṣèyí àti gbogbo àwọn tó wà nínú ipò báyìí. a ní láti jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀. a ní láti dáàbò bo àwọn ọmọ wa obìnrin ẹ̀gbọ́n àti àbúrò wa obìnrin àti àwọn ìyá wa kí a tako ìwà ipá àti àìdọ́gba láàrin takọtabo. ó ti yá báwo ni mo ṣe lè dá sí i.
ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí Women Radio WFM 91.7 lòdì sí ìwà ipá àti àìdọ́gba láàrin takọtabo. ohun tí ò dáa kò dáa. lápapọ̀ àtúnṣe dájú. ẹ bá wa pàdé ní ìkànnì 91.7 FM Women Radio ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ìṣẹ́gun Tuesday ní aago 5 fún àkànṣe ètò ohun tí kò dáa kò dáa. ohùn rẹ̀ ṣe pàtàkì. ẹ jẹ́ ká dáàbò bo agbègbè wa.
Building the life she wants starts with making the right choices with Harmony. Harmony will support you to save smart, spend wisely, and to grow wealth. Yes, Harmony will guide on practical tips on budgeting, debt management, and making more money. Harmony, helping you to become financially confident and independent. Harmony, Tuesdays at 12:05 p.m. on Women Radio WFM 91.7, the voice of women. Harmony for every woman.
The big question.
Corruption is, in fact, is increasing more. We never had that snake and whether python and swallow him.
Why?
Everything has increased.
Conversational, controversial, and borderline disruptive. The big question.
Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays from 12:05 p.m. only on Women Radio.
Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at WFM 917.
All right. You are welcome back to Women Radio WFM 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. Time check, it is 24 minutes to 10 this morning. You are listening to Her Lens with me, Fumi Bangwala, my lady Susan Ihuoma, Buki Femi Ajala, and Ibinabo Dixon. Before we went on the break, we were talking about these. I'm sure everybody, or almost everybody, has seen the incident of the teacher who was being slapped by parents that came to fight for their child, who they said the teacher also slapped. And before we went on the break, Susan was weighing her thoughts on how, in fact, the ladies have said blatantly that, look, violence of any sort is wrong and it's not something that they stand for. It's not something that we stand for, even here at Women Radio. All right. But to continue the conversation, Ibinabo, are you here? Hi, Binabo. Maybe not. Okay, Buki. My next question to you is this. You are. Hi, Binabo. We have not really heard your voice this morning. Please, do you want to weigh in on the conversation this morning?
Okay. Thank you. I listened to the ladies. Yeah, they have all made a lot of sense, and I just look at it. You see, like you said, while we started the program, you talked a lot about violence and how most Nigerians are very violent. We are violent in various ways, in our action, in our spoken words, in our reaction and everything. Violence everywhere. We are not even talking about the young man who proposed to his girlfriend and received a hot slap.
Yeah.
You see, excuse me, people are different, you see, and endurance does not have a benchmark. However, what I always tell people is retaliation is risky, irrespective of gender. Whether it was the man who slapped the woman or the woman who slapped the man, because hitting back would lead to a lot of things, even long-term consequences. Somebody hits you and you are quick to hit back, because you are angry, you might hit the person in a place that could land the person in the hospital. Then the fact that your blow took that person to the hospital will be the main thing. Nobody wants to know who hit the other first. So, there's a difference between self-defense and retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
When you defend yourself, if somebody attacks and want to defend yourself, you can try to block the person while you are stepping away from the person. Those are defensive moves. But for you to say, you slap me, I must slap you back, I don't go agree. It's very risky. Sometimes, if not most of the time, retaliation is an act of ego. Everybody's watching, and this person gave me a slap. If I don't slap my own back, then go say I be mumu, I be ode, I be this and that. And that is the part the society plays. And you don't want to allow societal pressure to push you into reacting in a way that could land you behind bars. You understand? Now, if I want to go back to the part where the ladies have touched mostly, I would say that, when you are angry, you are already very adrenalized. All your things, everything, your rate of blood is circulating, very fast. You are breathing fast. Your heart is beating very fast. And it's very dangerous. I know a lady who suffered from anxiety problem. It got to a point, doctors, she lives in the US, doctors told her that, look, you now have to go back home and calm down. They have now different drugs and all of that. And it is because I know this lady so many years ago when she was in Nigeria, she was a person who would easily be provoked. And she'll tell you, I'm a nonsense person. I don't take nonsense. I don't take nonsense. And look at where you landed her. So you see, sometimes we have to look at the other side of it, because adrenaline rush in the body's, in the body is a what's it called now? Is a fight or flight response to a high stimulating, stressful situation. When you are angry, or when you have adrenaline rush, maybe you are excited, oh, somebody just gave you something, or just got a promotion and everything. And also when you are very angry, and when you are excited or you are afraid or you are angry, you have to take control of your feeling, because adrenaline rush can lead you to chronic dangers. A doctor, I think I listened to was it Dr. Abiola or something so many years ago on Radio Doctor. Adrenaline rush, and they talked about the dangers, therein. How you can come down with high blood pressure, you can come down, you can have heart disease, you can suffer what's it called now, anxiety disorder, you can even have sleep problems. So if somebody is telling you to calm down, don't get easily provoked, like the parent, like that father, okay, fine, you feel so bad that somebody, your teacher, your son's teacher hit him. You don't retaliate like that.
WFM 91.7.
They put the cart before the horse. Now, after dealing the teacher so many blows, bang, 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 now you're now going to the lawyer to come and do what? You should step as your first step. Maybe when you go to the school and it seems as if they are, trying to protect the teacher, and you're not comfortable with that, and probably, like they said they spoke with some students who confirmed that the boy was regularly bullied and all of that. You take down all of this evidence and you get a lawyer. Not after you have given the person blow up and down, you have beaten the person, now you are coming back to say there's a lawyer that is going to take up the case. See, anybody go to court, anybody can call the lawyer, anybody can do all of these things. I just want to say that let us just act with decorum, complete decorum, no matter your anger, because calm down, you are doing yourself a lot of good, but not allowing your blood to be rushing like when they open Oguse Dam and everywhere in the active build up. Let us take it easy. Let us calm down. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. There's a commandment I have in my house, which is, I say to my daughter, keep your hands to yourself. No fighting, no punching, no slapping. And that's something that we need to start inculcating. Keep your hands to yourself. Things can be solved without violence. Actually, when you resort to violence, it just tells me that you're not an intelligent person. You don't want to see it through. You don't want to talk it through. But I want us to switch gears back to the first subject matter. What is it with this new trend of proposing and getting slapped? Because I think, or I would like to think, that the moment you know that when you get into a relationship with a person, forget, oh, okay, yes, butterflies, oh, I love you, I don't love you, da da da. Both of you are coming together for a common goal. I would like to think that the aim is marriage. Because for you to not know that, or is it like they hadn't had prior conversations beforehand that would be warranting slaps? And this case is not the first case of slap. We've been seeing it. We keep seeing it every now and again. Somebody proposes, somebody gets slapped. Buki, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Hi, Buki, are you there? Okay, maybe not. Let me switch over to Susan. Hi, Susan, are you there?
Yes, please. Sorry, I didn't get the question. Please, thank you.
I was saying that just before we go away, back to the first headline where this lady slapped her. I don't want to even dwell on the slap. I'm speaking to the point where Shebi, when you come together as a unit, you say you want to date somebody. I'd like to think that you're coming together because the common goal is marriage. So, what is this new trend of men proposing to women that are slapping them? What do they talk about in the relationship? Oh, butterfly. Oh, I love you. I don't love you. Whatever, whatever. Like, what is going on?
You see, when I was giving my intervention, I did say that there's something about Nigeria, once one thing happens, you see that pattern repeating itself. Few weeks ago, we also saw something like this. There was this buzz around, is it skit? Is it real? All of those things. And now we see that. And my question, I was facilitating a session for women with disabilities yesterday evening on WhatsApp. And one of the things I told them is that during courtship or friendship, talk. Don't just go to fancy restaurants and eat. Beyond the food, are you even understanding who you are in the relationship with? Do your goals, do your visions align so that it's not just someone who is, oh, she's a fine girl. Let's go and eat chicken and chips, kinika. And you don't even know it's a total stranger who maybe you are his side. You are the side distraction. You are not even the main event. And in your head, you are feeling important. Even if you don't want to say yes, do you need to slap the guy? That is the question. And that takes us back to, we do not support violence. Even if you don't want someone, do you need to slap them? Do you need to slap them to communicate? No means no. That is what I was taught. No means no. If you don't want the person, you say no, you don't want. And then you move on. So why the slap? Again, it's also important that young people understand that you don't lead people on. A young man shows interest and you allow him keep spending. On her lines, we have also treated where a lady was asked to refund money for transport. If I don't like you, I would not have any reason to lead you on. Invite me. I will not come to eat. I will drink garri in my house and cover my face. If I make this face up, you will think I just finished chicken and chips. But you don't want the person. You will not remove your mouth. You still want to be chopping, and the guy in his heart believes that you are together. And so one day he wakes up and says, oh, let me kuku make this lady my wife. And now you come out to slap. Is it so that you will trend? And after you come and set camera, just like the last lady, to shalaye? Ladies, please do better. If you don't want to leave him, tell him. Don't lead him on, I beg. I'm not there for that one. Thank you.
Over to you, Buki. Then we round up with Ibenabo.
Yeah, well, what else do you want me to add? Susan has said it, to be honest. Well, honestly, what kind of women or ladies are we breeding? Or you yourself, because it's not even an issue of breeding. Even if you were not brought up properly, you've crossed the age of 18. You know what is right. You know what morals. You have values. You have ethics. You understand. If someone proposes to you publicly, I mean, there are better ways of you doing it. It's an issue of saying, you won't accept the ring, but it's an issue of saying, oh no, can we discuss this or something? There are better ways rather than you now bringing out who you are by slapping a man, in public. So what have you derived? Have you derived joy in doing that? Or rather, you have even devalued yourself. Who is that man that will now want to come and marry you or will propose to you based on this that you have done? It shows a whole lot. Like Susan has said, there were some things in their relationship that was not just right. Somebody was assuming and somebody was not assuming, or both of them were assuming,
Yeah.
And then the man, you could see the man was actually walked away in a shameful manner. And all that. So that one self, we don't even know how that one will be because even is on social media. We should have considered all these things. And for men, if you're not sure a woman will marry you, you better do it in private. Come, are you going to marry me or not? I mean, if that is it, if you're not sure, we don't know why this happened. Is it because the ring was a cheap one, or maybe she had the illusion that maybe it's going to be on a particular maybe beach or somewhere, and it was in a public place. I think it was even in someone's party or something. Or proper, like maybe Susan said, maybe it's assumption. Maybe she wasn't even ready to marry this person. And I don't know, whatever. But the issue is, even as a woman, you should have dignity, and you should produce dignity. Somebody knows that, say, "We marry me." If you don't want, say no. You don't want.
Yeah.
Not stop.
Yeah.
We condemn that totally.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Finally, Ibn, about to round off your thoughts on this.
Okay, the ladies spoke well. On lens, not a joke. For me, it was good that it did not hit her back.
Yeah.
It would have been seen as the aggressor, really, and it would escalate an already emotionally intense situation. You see, remaining calm or walking away, as far as I'm concerned, would preserve your self-respect, your values, much more than retaliating. This takes a lot of self-control, and I give it to that young man. Because I don't know, when you are dating somebody, I don't know the kind of relationship they had. And maybe she didn't want the proposal, or maybe she panicked, or probably there were unresolved issues, like one of the ladies mentioned, in their submission. Maybe there's an unresolved issues in the relationship, hence she felt pressured and shocked or something. But regardless of whatever the underlying issue is, you lack self-control. That man, you have told him you love him, you have told him that he is everything, and then you came to the public space and gave him an embarrassment of a lifetime. Because we now live, everybody has an apartment on social media street, whether you like it or not. Whether you
I love it.
Apartment or not, everybody has an apartment there. So whether you are there or not, somebody who knows you has an apartment there. So anything that's happening on that social media street, you have to be careful so that you don't give somebody a lifetime embarrassment. And for me, as far as I'm concerned, violence is a deal breaker all through and through. No, I don't want to know what you're talking about. Once you have displayed violence, I don't know the depth of love. I don't know how crazy I am about you. Once I see violence, once there's violence, I see the violence trait in you. I pick race. I fit no look road before I run across roads. Because a violent man or a violent woman, you can become a victim. You can end up in the hospital. You can even die. People who have, a woman who could, in the midst of friends, who could deal that man, that blow, let's say I hear them from my ears. That kind of stuff, you understand? And then to that trend, you see, I've said it before, when we were even yet on the other side of the program with that other name, I said, everybody be mindful of what is trending, especially if it is trending on a negative note. Please be mindful, because I don't know if there's a spirit behind it. I don't know whatever it is. It begins to look like something will push you to be part of that trend. Like when you hear somebody, maybe there are, honestly, if you wait and observe closely, you will notice that when there is an ugly trend, it seems as if it's a spirit and it is trying to enter into whoever opens up for it to enter into the person. So let's be mindful. Let's take cognizance of all of this so that we don't become another story on the social media street. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And with that, we round off today's edition of Her Lens on Women Radio 91.7 FM. Today was insightful. Today was quite interesting, hearing all the ladies speak on these issues. So we'll catch you same time tomorrow at 9 o'clock for Her Lens with the ladies. Do not go anywhere, because we still have amazing programs lined up for you on Women Radio 91.7, as well as great music for you on Women Radio. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, Buki Femi Ajala, Susan Ihoma, and Ibn Abba for joining in the conversation this morning.
Yes, thank you. You look good. You look good. You look so good.
It's you, Ibn Abba. It's you. You're my mentor.
Thank you. Bye.
WFM 91.7.
To sponsor this program, call the number 0816 480-7613.
Something big has landed and it's raining Naira. Better play